Hey, my famous fam. Just when we thought we understood the Duke and Duchess of Success's reported return to Britain, a new report has introduced another dramatic possibility. Prince Harry and Meghan may not simply return as private citizens. According to page 6, they could, potentially operate as what has been described as private royals plus. But what exactly does that expression mean? Are Harry and Meghan preparing, to step back into the royal spotlight, or are they simply trying to build a private family life while, remaining connected to the monarchy? And perhaps the biggest question of all, could this be highly anticipated return last for only 6 months to 1 year? First, let's us, separate what has been reliably reported from what remains speculation. Reuters reported that a source close to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, that means gossip, they have confirmed are planning to return to Britain with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet for an extended period. Now, their kids are expected to begin school in the United Kingdom in September. Harry and Meghan will reportedly live in a privately owned residence outside London, not inside, a royal palace. Most importantly, they are expected to remain non-working members of the royal family. Therefore, this is not currently being presented as an official return to royal duties or a reversal of the 2020 decision. The phrase private royals plus is not an official royal title, position, or agreement announced by Buckingham Palace. It appears to be a description, of how Harry and Meghan might live in Britain independently and without taxpayer funded royal roles while occasionally appearing besides, members of the royal family, and at significant public or family occasions that could potentially include ceremonies, memorial events, charitable occasions, or private family gatherings. However, no formal arrangement has been publicly confirmed by Buckingham Palace or by representatives for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. In many ways, this sounds similar to the hybrid position Harry and Meghan originally wanted when they stepped away from senior royal duties. They hoped to become financially independent at the time while, continuing to support the monarchy in a reduced capacity. The late Queen Elizabeth ultimately decided that members of the royal family could not be, half in and half out of the official royal service. 6 years later, the circumstances may have changed, but the constitutional concern remains the same. How can someone benefit commercially from a royal identity while also appearing to represent the monarchy? That is where the expression Royals Plus becomes particularly interesting. Harry and Meghan could remain private individuals who finance their own lives and continue their commercial ventures, yet still be welcomed at selected royal events as members of the king's family. They would not, necessarily represent the crown or perform engagements on behalf of the government. Their appearances would, instead reflect their personal family connection to King Charles. But even that limited arrangement could attract enormous attention because every appearance would immediately raise questions about status, influence, and reconciliation. Now, according to page 6, any such arrangement could also depend heavily upon the Duke and Duchess of Success's relationship with Prince William and Princess Kate. King Charles may, reportedly welcome having his younger son and grandchildren closer to him. But the relationship between the two brothers is still believed to be deeply strained. Prince William is the heir to the throne, and his position will become increasingly important in decision making concerning the future public image of the monarchy. Therefore, even if the king is personally open to rebuilding family connections, that does not automatically mean Harry and Meghan will receive a visible position alongside working royals. We must also remember that family reconciliation and royal reinstatement are two completely different things. Prince Harry could rebuild his relationship with his father without, returning to public duty. King Charles could spend time with Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet without placing their parents on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Harry could even, attend selected family occasions without becoming a walking royal again. The public often combines these possibilities into one dramatic story, but the palace is likely to treat each issue separately and very carefully. The reported length of the Sussex's stay is another area where the information remains uncertain. Page 6 suggests they may remain in Britain for only 6 months to 1 year. However, ABC News reports that Harry and Meghan have not decided exactly how long they will stay. And according to a source familiar with the situation, they plan to remain for an extended period and then see how it goes and if there's any arrangement. This means the 1 year timeline should not be treated as a confirmed departure date. Their kids, education, security arrangements, family relationships, business commitments, and treatment by the British press could all influence the final decision. So let's be very careful about what we drop out there. And let's be honest, Famous Fam, returning to Britain will place Harry and Meghan directly back inside the intense media environment they once said was damaging to their mental health. Every movement could be analyzed. Every royal invitation or missing invitation could become a headline. If Meghan attends a family event, some people may claim she is attempting to regain royal influence. If she stays away, others may claim she has rejected the family. If Harry meets Prince William, the public may declare reconciliation. If they are not photographed together, rumors of continued hostility will immediately grow. Now, their commercial activities could create further complications. Meghan has developed business and major projects, while Harry remains closely associated with the Invictus Games and charitable work. They have they have every right to earn money as private individuals. Nevertheless, critics may examine whether their royal titles and family connections are being used to strengthen their commercial brand. This was one of the most sensitive issues surrounding their departure in 2020, and it will almost certainly return if they begin appearing more frequently around the royal family while continuing private business. However, there is another side to the story that should not be ignored. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet deserve the opportunity to know both sides of their family and understand their British heritage. King Charles has reportedly spent, limited time with his Sussex grandchildren since they moved to California. A longer stay in Britain could allow those relationships to grow privately away from the public arguments surrounding their parents. Perhaps the most meaningful part of this move will not happen during a royal ceremony but behind closed doors, where a grandfather can spend time with his grandchildren. And this return could also create an opportunity for Prince Harry and Prince William. But we should not, expect an instant reconciliation. Years of public accusations, private disappointment, and broken trust cannot be erased by simply living in the same country. If healing happens, it will probably begin slowly and privately. There may be, uncomfortable conversations, firm boundaries, and a long period of rebuilding trust. Catherine may reportedly be willing to support reconciliation, but no outsider can force two brothers to repair a relationship before they are emotionally ready. My analysis is that Private Royals Plus is currently more of a media description than an established royal role. Harry and Meghan may be returning geographically, but that does not mean they are returning institutionally. They may live close to the royal family, attend occasional events, and even develop warmer relationships with King Charles while remaining outside the official structure of the monarchy. Whether that arrangement survives for 6 months, 1 year, or much longer will depend upon how successfully they balance privacy, family, security, business, and public expectations. So, my famous fam, is this the beginning of a genuine new chapter for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Or simply a temporary experiment before they move somewhere else? Could living closer to King Charles finally create the space for family healing? Or will the pressure of the British media and the unresolved tension with Prince William make their return impossible to sustain? One thing is certain, Harry and Meghan may be returning to Britain, but the difficult questions they left behind are still waiting for them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should Harry and Meghan be welcomed at selected royal events as private family members, or should there remain a clear separation between the Sussexes and working members of the royal family? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. This is Famous Faces Scoop TV. I'm your girl Wendy, and where we separate confirmed information from speculation and examine every side of the story. See you in the next one.